Canada's travel agencies say they are devastated. They say they've been thrown into chaos since those new federal border rules were announced. Many of them still have clients in countries where COVID-19 tests aren't always accessible. The new rules come into effect in less than 48 hours, and that has left travelers and their agents in a tailspin as they try to sort out logistics before the deadline.
It's putting our industry in a complete and utter state of chaos.
Starting January 7th, Canadians traveling abroad will be required to get a negative COVID-19 test before they are allowed back into the country. The announcement was made on New Year's Eve, giving Canadians abroad or with trips already booked 1 week's notice.
It's not necessarily that we have an issue with the test per se. It's the way that it was rolled out is the more important and critical factor that's affected our travelers.
In some parts of the world, COVID-19 tests are expensive and inaccessible. We spoke with the co-owner of a Toronto travel agency focused primarily on vacations in Africa, where many Canadians will spend their entire trip on safari.
It's not like they can come back to, say, a main city like Nairobi or Johannesburg a few days in advance now to take the tests. Logistically speaking, it's going to create a bit of a problem.
They say a simpler solution would be for travelers to take a rapid test at Canadian airports once they land. The federal government already launched a rapid test trial program in Calgary, and it could be expanded to other Canadian airports, but isn't an option just yet.
Every step of the way, we will do what is necessary to keep Canadians safe.
Experts say this will hurt independent agencies, small businesses, and an industry that was starting to make a comeback from the pandemic.
It's a devastating impact. They basically earn no income since March and have almost been working full time dealing with problems and cancellations and rebooking. So they started to feel a little bit, see that light at the end of the tunnel. And then to have this happen was just a real blow to them.
Even with a negative test, international travelers will still be required to complete a 14-day quarantine once they arrive in Canada.